I mean,
Zoro!
Unless anybody wants to tag along, I'll be back in a little bit.
I'll tag along because I'm bored!
I hate you.
Yeah, why not? I'll go with you guys.
Woo!
Alright. Splitting the party.
For
We're in a
like,
town.
for like 10 minutes. Oh no.
Okay. So, you all once again retrace your steps to the map house. And once again, you find yourselves in a bustling, sort of half library, half cartographer's dream. This time it is it's a half elf, short cropped hair, and spectacles on his nose as he seems to be flipping through a tome of some sort.
Is this not the same guy that was there?
No, this is a different one.
Well, good morning there.
Yes. Hello. How can I help you?
Oh God.
Nerd.
Okay, out of character, why are you doing an impression of me? Fucking asshole. Alright.
Wedge desire intensifies. I ordered a map. I ordered a map a few days ago.
One order for a map of the north.
Yep.
I believe that one will be done shortly in the afternoon. They're still putting the finishing touches on it.
Will you still be here then?
It is my day to work the front desk, so yes.
Okay. We'll be back. And I turn and leave.
Okay.
As soon as we get outside, I will lean towards Zorkon and go, is it wrong that I had the sudden desire to throw him as far as I could away from me?
Is it wrong that I had the urge to shove him in a locker?
No. I don't think that. I think it seems way too intelligent for even me. How about you, Eluine?
You're muted, bud.
Still
Again.
Can't hear you.
Roll a stealth check.
Roll my check.
17.
17.
Hey!
You just see Eluine disappear around the corner.
Where did he go?
Just-
What are we crashing?
I don't know.
Some
There's a bunch of
fancy
frou-frou dudes
thing.
over there.
Yeah.
I don't think we look the part for it, but I'm ready to crash it.
I mean, let's go
That's
get everybody
the
else.
point of crashing it?
Yeah.
Okay, back to the inn.
Yes.
All right. So you bebop back to the inn and still find, well, Kelpie and Jaw, was there anything you wanted to do while they were gone?
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
All right. You find them exactly where you left them.
Ah, good.
Ah.
Right where I left you.
Yes.
Thanks for asking, by the way.
I mean,
Oh, sorry. I thought you went with them.
No, it was
No,
Eluine,
I-
Zorkon, and I.
he never
Oh,
he never
Zuchas,
gave
was there
an
anything
answer.
you wanted to do?
Breakfast.
Zuchas has a boulder fall on him suddenly.
And new characters are made.
I take 88 points of bludgeoning damage.
A brain to damage.
Right into it's really my scene.
But it's
fine.
totally my scene.
We can
I
go
mean-
there and listen to music. Bora will probably like it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind listening to some very good music.
We could dance.
We can at least go
Yes.
check it out.
All right. Well, everybody, put on your good pants. I looked down at my pants.
I only have
I'm
the
ready to
one
go.
pair.
Yeah, I know you do. It was a figure of speech. It's probably a good
Can
thing
I-
Eluine's coming with us.
Can I try to snag the nearest half-work looking dude and try to flag him down, see what's going on?
Yeah. You eventually find one of the other half orcs, one of the two that you've seen, and you get his attention. Yeah, can I help you?
Hey there, brother. What's all this all about? What's going on?
Oh, it's open recital day.
Open to what?
Oh, every now and then the Bardic College puts on an open recital. Anyone can play, anyone can listen. It's free entry.
I don't have to pay, and I'm already liking that.
Penny pincher.
Fuck you.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck if you're playing. He points to the ukulele.
He should talk to you.
And he walks off.
You mean that.
Well,
Not that.
yeah,
that.
sorry.
You do see on the above the there are large wooden double doors, and above it you see in very beautiful and elegant script, probably one of the very few decorations on the building, Utrum's Musical Conservatory.
Hey, what's that say? Just to any of them that are...
Music hall.
Oh. I mean, do we want to go in? I kind of want to
Or
go in.
you should go try.
I should go try.
Yeah,
mean,
you have your ukulele. You should go try.
I mean, your map won't be done for another while.
Two freckles past the hair.
For a little while.
Yeah, why not?
Wouldn't
I
hurt.
got time to waste.
Well, if anybody doesn't want to go in, now's your chance to run away.
You see me running?
I'll
Go.
stick behind a little bit,
there's
but
some
I'll still be around.
Okay.
Free
Alright.
music. I am not opposed to having something free.
And there's a young halfling sitting there with lists of names and room numbers, sitting there, taking the names of people with instruments and directing them to different rooms. And you notice as you walk in, you don't hear any sounds of music.
Probably people practicing that they don't want the others to hear it.
I suppose.
Because let's say you played it out in the open right here, right now. Everyone who's going to participate in this thing will hear your music and go, I can do better than that.
I appreciate your vote of confidence.
I'm snickering behind him.
Can I just take it and just give him a good gong?
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
it acts as a club as well.
Oh
Who?
shit! You!
Who? What? I'm not the one laughing!
You're the one that made this slight. Say that, oh, they're better than you.
Yeah.
Just
So if you
fucking
want
say
to
it,
roll a
dude.
d20 for an attack.
What am I? Just like my strength and proficiency, or
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
fucked.
it's a weapon.
it's 21.
21.
How
Yeah,
much damage?
it's a d4. If I remember correctly.
How much damage?
I don't know. I don't have a club.
It's a D4. Just make it a D4.
3.
Plus your strength.
Oh, plus my strength.
Yes,
That's 8.
you're proficient in it.
I don't. I don't have. So that's 8 damage.
8 damage. As this loud echoing rings out from the ukulele, Elliot just gets flattened into the floor. And, like, a lot of people kind of stop and turn and look at this weird spectacle, and a couple of them kind of like hold their instruments closer, like, how could you?
Or it's just kind of retuning.
It's okay. I was making sure that it sounded all right, and he made fun of me.
By the way, I
Made
should
fun
note-
of, gave you
What?
confidence.
I
was
should
that?
note that I'm just sticking around like 10-15 meters behind, just keeping an eye out on everything, making sure everything goes okay.
Okay. You notice that now that Boar has drawn attention, originally some people were just like, that guy's weird and he's abusing his instrument. But as you notice some of them going to turn away, you notice some of them stop, double take, and then go back to what they were doing, but keep like a side eye on Boar.
What are the people like? Do they seem like they have some sort of special traits to them?
It's mostly bards. Some of mostly those who are a bit on the a bit older. Some not like the really young groups of students and stuff, but it's people who are a bit probably still a couple of them are students, but it's a bit more well traveled and more knowledgeable students. Are keeping like a very trying to keep a very subtle but very intense side eye on Boar.
All right. I walk close to them, and like as I walk close, I ask, "Who was it that has them right now?"
Gee, I'll give you
Kelpie.
3 choices, and the first 2 don't count.
So I walk up to Kelpie, and I just kind of mutter off to the side, "Kelpie, I need one of those heads. I'm just keeping an eye out on you guys. Someone is, yeah."
That's very lewd of you to ask.
Very.
I need head.
That's very lewd.
I mean, if you need a head, I can go over there.
Just give me
Not in the music hall. God damn it.
A little out of character thing. Is Kayla's video lagging behind for anyone else, or is that just me?
Yes. It's a little bit for me as well.
Okay.
Her voice is fine.
Yeah, her voice
Yeah,
is
her
fine.
voice
The
is
video's
fine.
just behind. It's
Video's
anyway.
odd.
There, enjoy that.
We heard it, then saw it.
That's awesome.
Do I just need to disconnect and then reconnect?
Try hitting
Can
Control R real quick.
This is open recital day. The point is the college puts this on every so often, where students are allowed to show off to the masses. There is also a chance for non-students to perform and possibly get a scholarship. And then there's also time for people who just want to, maybe traveling bards who wish to show off a bit for the school and maybe sing a piece they've been working on.
Sign me up,
Well,
why not?
if you are looking for a scholarship, might I suggest that route? Or if you're just passing through, I can also suggest rooms for just the recreation.
Probably want to stick to the recreation there more. Just
Recreation it is. So your room will be. Let's see. What do I have open for recreation? Here we go. Room 10.
Woo, can't count that high.
It's Joe.
Oh no. So room 10 is just down the hall. Take a left, and then it's the first door on your right.
So I'm going left, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Left, then door on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, left.
He looks at Zorkon. I'll trust him to your care.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Don't worry.
The rooms are labeled, and just so you're aware, if any of your friends or companions want to listen, they can go up the stairs and find the corresponding balconies where the music masters, other students, and spectators are allowed to listen in. Each of the rooms are soundproofed, so you will not be interrupted by any other person's performance. You have the hour, or you can have the 10 or 30-minute slots, whichever one you prefer. It is free today for the 10 and 30-minute, but the hour will cost a gold.
Off we go.
So,
I just
Kelpie.
Hmm?
He's gonna walk up to the desk. Did you say, oh no? Did you say, oh no?
well, because you had this look on your face like,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna lean over to Ja. Ja, does she play an instrument?
well, technically, singing is an instrument.
I bet you sing beautifully when she does, but no, an actual instrument.
Singing is allowed at the college. So
I'm not gonna
you
answer
walk
that.
up. Yes, how may I help you?
Do you have any famous people that are playing?
none of the masters are performing today, but we do have a couple of highly vaulted students.
Do you know of a tiefling called Vorgoth?
I, in fact, do. One of our very highly rated students. I believe he is performing in room. I want to say 6.
Okay. Thanks.
You're very welcome.
I talk to the desk person. Just say,
Yes. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm with them. I'm just making sure everything goes okay. Is it all right if I follow them?
I'm afraid only one handler per person. You are allowed up into the balcony, though.
I'm afraid I'm going to be going. Just I need to keep an eye on them, please.
I can't allow that. I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
Do I hear this?
I need to do this, please.
You're not far yet.
Hey, if I give you a gold, I mean, he is with me. I mean,
I'll just swap. I don't care.
okay, yeah, let him swap.
That's fine. His room is 10. Down the left.
Yep.
First on the left, then the right. Thank you.
Gotcha.
I got through.
Okay.
I'm guessing
You just
Kelpie
want
and
to hear me play, don't you?
That ain't it, boy.
damn it.
The balcony for room 10, right as Bor walks in. As you look around, there are a few students. There is one very old halfling, long beard, very long, flowy red and purple and silver robes, kind of presiding over the students as they await Bor's entry. And Bor enters right about the time you do. There are also a couple of commoners and one or two pretty well dressed upper class citizens.
I'll walk up to onto the platform and just kind of hey, this is gonna be fun. Woo! I'm testing to see how the echo is because he said it was quiet, but
It's pristine acoustics.
oh, that's cool.
Knock him dead, Porter. Don't fuck it up.
So I'm gonna do one quick thing. The little teddy bear, which has the tiny wolf cap, the little toy sword, and the little pin on him that I got from the gauntlet guy. Gonna take him off and set him on the ground. Then I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant, and I'm gonna whisper and say, "Okay, Breast, just like we practiced." And as I play this, he's gonna make the little teddy bear like move around and stuff.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Aw.
let's to clarify. I thought the spell summoned a serpent.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
the servant
he's
is
invisible,
unseen.
so I can make him like take the arms and make it like walk across the stage and stuff.
Okay.
As you do this, anyone who's paying attention at the time, if you look toward the older halfling, you see him sort of chuckle as this is happening, as he starts to see the teddy bear start to move.
So all right, I guess I gotta go on for it. Bravely bold Sir Robin rode forth from Camelot. He was not afraid to die, oh brave Sir Robin. He was not at all afraid to be killed in nasty ways. Brave, 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 brave Sir Robin. He was not the least bit scared to be mashed into a pulp, or to have his eyes gouged out and his elbows broken, to have his kneecap split and his body burned away, and his limbs all hacked and mangled, brave Sir Robin. His head smashed in and his heart cut out and his liver removed and his bowels unplugged and his nostrils raped and his bottom burned off and his penis, I forgot the rest. That's all I got. And the little, okay, Breast now, and he'll make the teddy bear like kind of do a little bit of a bow. And then
Roll a performance check with advantage for the teddy, since you did the teddy bear.
Oh, not the fact that I actually played a fucking song. Fuck you.
No, that doesn't
Well, I mean,
count.
you were expected to do that anyway.
Yeah, I know,
mean-
but I mean, that's the first time that I've ever actually played in front of like a bunch of people, so I was really fucking nervous.
You get advantage, quick bitchin'.
All right. No modifiers, just a straight roll.
No. Performance.
17.
17. You see the students like they're more amused. The students who you assume is a teacher are more amused than anything, but they give you a good applause. And the commoners who are laughing at the kind of crude jokes. You see one of the more upper class citizens be like, "What was that?"
Thank you. I'll be here until this afternoon ish.
Kelpie and Zutrath, you noticed during the performance a figure had walked in during the performance and is kind of leaning over the balcony now. Kelpie, you recognize him as Vorgoth.
All right, I'll pick the bear up and I'll take a second to tie him back to me, and I'll just walk out grin and go, "That was fun."
All right. Vorgoth, seeing you, Kelpie, walks over and says, "I assume this was your friend that you were talking about."
Well, hello. Yes, that was my friend.
He's very entertaining.
One would call it that.
Yeah.
Are you going down to meet him?
Yes.
Mind if I tag along?
Do you guys mind?
I don't care.
Oh, sorry, introducing myself. My name is Vorgoth. I am a student here at the college. All right, so you all make your way down, and as Boar, you exit back into the common area, and they meet you there. You see this very finely, colorfully dressed tiefling with sort of decorated horns. He, as a note, Kelpie, he wasn't as decorated as he was when he was not as decorated when you met him the first time, but now he has a couple of jewels and metal ornaments on his horns.
Okay.
That was unbelievably entertaining. Good job.
I try my best.
I have to ask, though, that is a fascinating instrument you have.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Can I ask where you came across such a
I
oddity?
secured it for him.
If I may, can I have a quick look at it?
Yeah.
What? I want to roll insight on him.
You
Yeah.
already rolled insight once. I'll allow Kelpie.
fucking insight on him.
Kelpie, roll. Yeah, you can roll insight.
What is this? Oh, okay. New dice.
New dice, who dis?
New dice. Who dis? Kelpie doesn't know shit.
He seems
Was it a-
very
It was an actual
amused and friendly.
No, yeah, I mean, don't break it, or I might have to get my buddy Zutrath here to do you some harm.
Well, we wouldn't want that, as he kind of holds out his hands. He takes it and kind of a familiar waving of fingers to any of the spellcasters in the room. Traces some glyphs in the air. Is like, why, this is just
It's pretty cool,
fascinating. And sorry, Kelpie, where did you say you found it?
If you give me back the ukulele, I'll let you know.
By all means. And he hands it back.
She quickly hands it back to Boar.
Okay.
huh? Hey, I made it back.
Do not let go of this again. We found it somewhere. In a hole.
I
That's all we
see.
know.
Well, keep it close. There's a lot of less than savory parties who would very much like to examine that for their own devices. Has a large shawm roped around his back.
What's that you got there? That big thing on your back?
Pulls it off. This is a rather simple wooden shawm. It's a large. I described this incorrectly yesterday, so my apologies.
Last week.
It is a large woodwind instrument, probably about the length of his head to his torso, with holes drilled into the side and the mouthpiece on the very top, and the end kind of flares out like a almost like a trumpet.
So it's like a bassoon-ish.
Sort of.
It's a didgeridoo.
Oh,
It's very similar. It's very similar to what you do.
Is that a wooden
Hey,
saxophone?
Zutroth, can you give us a demonstration real quick?
Could you fucking didgeri-don't? Fucking
Good job,
didgeri-don't.
boy.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with it.
I'm gonna
Boy.
jump.
Yeah.
You are not to let that out of your hands. Ever. Ever. You're not to hand it over to anyone who asks.
Hey, boy, can I see it?
You could give him another fucking closer look at it.
Sure, let me get you a nice close-up in person to look at it. I don't really do it this time.
Okay.
Okay, no, it's still in tune.
Alright.
All right. So I think a few of you said you want to check out a couple of the other performances.
I'll go outside and stand with Zutrioth.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go out with them and just kind of putz around, enjoy the day.
Okay.
I'll go with Ellie.
So you go to a few of them, and some of them are good, some of them not so much.
How do they compare to me?
All of them better.
Most of
wasn't
them,
asking you,
I will
Kelsey.
say,
Oh.
say most
I just
of
realized what you were doing.
the ones most of the recreational ones you go to, or even some of the scholarship ones you go to, are about your level or worse. There are a few better than you, but you feel pretty good about yourself. Going to some of the student performances, some are your level as well, but there are quite a few who this is their main vocation. So they have been practicing for years and years, and they astound and astonish some of their performances. You even get to see one of the flute performances by Vorgoth, who is unbelievably good at what he does. It almost brings a tear to your eye. You do come across one of the recreational. You do come across one of the recreational rooms, and it has a young male dwarf, thick, bushy beard, who plays a mandolin, and his performance is a little strange. He's fairly young, but he's singing quite the
Guys,
depressing tune.
Okay.
He's strumming, it's "Oh death, won't you spare me over another year?" And just keeps singing this very melodic yet almost depressing tune, which is a little off because you're not used to seeing someone this young singing such a dreary and just depressing, dark tune that usually is sung by those with a little bit more experience and life lived.
Alright, I heard food. Feed me!
Ham, please.
Do we see a place with ham? Do we smell ham? Shaw,
Make a perception check.
initiate your
sure?
ham senses.
Ham senses engaged.
I'm
I'm assisting-
proficient in proficiency, in perception.
And since it's Jaw looking for ham, I'll give him advantage.
Natural 20 already.
As Jaw
Natural
sniffs
20
around, he
ham.
quickly gets the scent and leads you back across the moon bridge and into the market once again, where it is lunchtime, so a lot of the food vendors are out. And you quickly locate vendors of ham, cheese, bread, and various fruits and vegetables, whatever sort of meal you like.
What's that,
He
boy?
just has-
You smell ham?
Just has the Looney Tune act to him where he just kind of like smells it and then just kind of
My tail is spinning behind me.
Kelpie and Josh assured that I wouldn't get it.
I guess this would be more like a tinkering type thing. Is there like a tinkering shop in
Tinkering shop. Go ahead and roll investigation.
novelty crafts?
Since I'm the one that's kind of like been around the city the most, would I have noticed anything to be able to kind of point him in a better direction?
I'll say roll it with advantage, just because Boar trying to remember, did anything look like a tinkering shop?
18. Thank God I had
18?
advantage because it was 64.
I got you, bud.
All right.
Where the fuck am I? Boar.
I mean, Boar
Sad
has
dude.
been all over this fucking city by now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Boar leads you over to the general area, and after a bit of looking around, you do find this ramshackle, like almost barely standing stall with like a few contraptions sitting on the platform, with like weird stars that are like turning over on themselves and would stop and then go back the other way. Some of them are little. You're not really sure what the purpose of them, but they're little cog contraptions that seem to be ticking and moving. A lot of little bitty, just weird look to be tinkering projects, but no one there. There doesn't seem to be anyone at the stall.
Oh, it's talking to me.
I'll be a moment. Hold on.
Okay, Dad.
Where is that coming from?
As you see, because the stall leads into kind of another bigger ramshackle tent that you can't really see all the way inside, and you just see it's like, oh no, and you see a puff of smoke out the front of the tent flap.
Maybe I should not have gone here for my tinkering needs.
As you
Now,
see
hold
the-
on, I'm interested now.
As you see the tent flap brush aside again, as a small halfling, leather apron, goggles, big like bug-eye goggles on, no hair, just completely bald.
Gee, I wonder why.
And like a just a bit of white hair at the chin.
Does he have Does he have eyebrows?
Does he have
No.
teeth?
Okay. Well,
He has teeth.
do you have any darts that could be filled with certain cartridge?
Like poison?
Almost. I'm not using it for poison, but something.
I
Like,
got those.
okay. Are they filled with anything currently? Or are they fillable?
Yeah, poison.
I mean, you kind
Could
of
be
walked into
modified.
that one.
No, I mean I didn't know that it was filled with poison.
Oh.
All right.
75.
Let me go see if I have any empty ones.
And goes back in. You hear like clanging. You hear like clanging and like tiny sparks. You hear like like no. And you just hear this
looking for
clanging and
darts.
like just kind of just rooting around.
He got distracted.
And like at one point you see like this circular cog just like ting 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 and then like roll out of the tent and like, oh, where'd it go? Ah, frick.
How the fuck did he arc something looking for darts? Did he throw a wrench across 2 live wires?
I mean, you guys are worrying about this. I'm worried the poor guy's gonna stab and kill himself with the damn darts.
Oh, no.
Poisonous.
This one's empty.
It's
At
empty
one
now.
point you hear like silence and like, ah, I found it. And he comes out and it's like he comes out with like a little rolled up leather pouch and he puts it on the desk and unrolls it, and there you see like kind of secured in with leather straps to this almost tool belt like thing, little darts that have a hollow glass center almost that you can see inside of, that seems to drip down into the blade, but it's only activated whenever something's stabbed.
Okay.
But there's only 10 of them. He's like, oh, this is all I got.
And it'll take me a while to make some new ones.
How many of the poison ones do you have?
I got another 10 poison ones. I usually just make them as I need them.
Sure. I'll take your 10 empty ones and the 10 poison ones.
Alright.
It was 5 gold for the poison ones, and then what for the empty ones?
For the empty ones? Oh, since I'm not spending the poison, I'll give them to you for 2 gold.
All right, 70 gold it is.
All right.
Gold.
Let you know, missus, come back soon.
Hey, your little
Have a
cog thing
good
went
day.
that way.
Ah!
And scurries off.
What are you looking to do with those? Or is it like a Kelpie style secret?
I'm not a fan of the secret thing. I don't know. Not to throw shade at Kelpie, but I don't like the secrets thing. I'm just planning on. I am planning to make a weapon for efficiency against undead.
Ooh.
So I'm trying to see if I can modify some holy water to be more potent when injected into the undead. Perhaps.
What if they're just a skeleton?
If they're a skeleton, then I guess swish swish stab, motherfucker. I don't know.
I like that plan. All right, sounds good to me.
You both make your way down to the map house, and enter again. Once again, it is the same half elf at the podium, and he looks up.
Oh, it's you again. I believe your map order's ready. I will go get it.
And kind of slowly walks off into the back.
As he's
Is his
walking
name
away, I
Perfect?
just kind of like in the air, just go like, and then
His
just like
coworker.
just rein it in. Just
I can just see like his coworker looking over, just like me too.
I'll look this way.
I understand.
He comes back with a leather cylinder with a strap over it. It's like,
Here is your order. That has...
I already paid for it.
Oh, perfect. Yes, you did.
wait, did you actually? I can't actually
Yes.
remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I remember because I was counting and I was like 10, and I was about to pull
yeah.
another one out, and he pulled it away. It's like, yeah.
So you all reconvene at the inn.
For the time being.
For the time being, you all reconvene at the inn. It's climbing into later hours of the afternoon, getting toward evening, but you still have a bit of daylight left.
I want to unfold the map and see what I got for 10 gold.
All right, so you it's quite a bit larger than the one you got before, as you did order a little bit more detail, and so you unroll it, and it is a very beautifully well-crafted map. It has everything you asked for, the different landmarks and stuff, all the different cities. Out of game, there are a few locations that is on the map that I provided you with that will not be on this map, as they are secret locations.
Like the
but I will let
high
you know
forest stuff with like the mountains and all
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly all the cities on the main roads that are there, and a few major landmarks that are well known around the north.
Oh, runs away. Is that what you said?
But all of
Runs
it.
away. In all of their wanderings in this town,
Mhm.
would Kelpie know anything if there was a darker temple here?
Heathen.
Is this a headset off moment, or
Is this
It
a
might be, depending on how this goes.
Is this
know
where
what?
Kelpie turns to Satanism? And John just stares at me intently like I will destroy you.
I think we're past the point of her turning to Satanism. She's just been fucking attuned to that goddamn name.
I was gonna say she's the kind of person that would go to hell and he would give her back saying like, no, I'm out. She took all my shit.
I mean, look at that bag. It's just like the bag's bigger, not too big for her to pull anymore.
Just goes up to the devil with his pitchfork, put it in your bag or you'll lose it.
Put it in the bag, you'll lose it. Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag.
He's just like, puts it in the bag.
So, the morning comes, just the barest hint of daybreak as you all awaken because you turned in fairly early. So, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna kick out my door and be like, dwarves! Let's go.
Typical morning.
The rest of you all,
Oh wait,
the rest of you all, as you're
wait.
starting to like slowly come to, are shocked awake by the war cry of dwarves.
However, Zutrioth,
Yep. I go. What floor am I on?
I think you'd be on the second.
Is there a third floor?
There's a third floor.
I go up to the third floor.
Okay.
I find a window.
Okay.
All right. I do my morning.
he does his
Yep.
thing.
One dive.
Make a acrobatics check.
Nat 1.
No, it's not in that one. I'll tell you that much.
Breaks his legs.
Acrobatics.
Can never walk again.
Fuck Christ. Oh, 20.
20? Okay. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage on the fall as you land. It's still 15 feet up in the air, so you land and like, yes! And then you're like,
Fully,
ow! Ow, the pads on my feet. Ow, the pads on my feet.
fully expected, so I just lay on hands it. I touch my ankle. Ah, fuck. And it's better.
All right.
I start knocking
actually,
on people's
a quick
doors with
question.
my hammer.
Have any of us ever actually seen him do this? Because he always just like walks into
No.
the front door.
Okay, I walk inside.
We always
I don't think anyone's ever seen him do this. You just know he, for some reason, is walking in from the outside. So I guess you just assume he's an early riser.
I can't believe I only just now thought of this. No one has ever seen him do this.
Okay. As you all go down, our little goblin friend provides breakfast.
The final time.
The final time.
Mud.
Before he walks away, I put 2 gold on the table and say, "For you, my friend."
I'm gonna grab him and give him a big old bear hug. Squeeze him till he pops.
No.
Gonna miss you, little buddy.
He doesn't even know what's happening. He's like,
This is the last time I take this shift.
Well, time to go. I toss him over the counter.
You see the door. He's still on the ground. You see the door pop open again behind the bar, and another goblin walk out.
Are you okay?
There's more of them.
They're multiplying.
Well, Ian pointed out that I do a different accent every time I do him, so I thought I'd just make him multiple people.
That's fair.
Oh.
I may or may not have done that.
That's a great nod. Kudos.
All right. On the road again.
Yep. So, as we are traveling, is there anything anyone wants to do?
I'll keep
I
working on my
guess.
Brave Sir Robin song.
Okay.
I guess-
Lorcan?
I'm gonna put the finishing touches on my hilt.
Okay. One more D20 with proficiency.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
It was a 19.
Wait.
Is there any inlays or carvings you want to put into it as the final part of this?
Wait, it's with dexterity, right?
Yeah, no,
No,
I knew what he
it's-
meant. No, I add dexterity when I'm doing.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good.
Wrong
It's okay.
tool.
I knew what you meant, and I guess I'll just carve some dwarven heads or some like. I did
Yes,
not say
yes.
that.
Sorry.
Did not say that.
What are you doing to our child?
She's just yelling at me.
Well, you did something then.
But no, yeah, I guess I'll just carve some dwarven things, then put my symbol
Like
into it.
dwarven ruins and stuff.
Sure, yeah, that.
So go ahead and make your last dexterity.
19.
19. You get done shaving off the last piece as you brush it off for the last time and kind of look at it. The rest of you see this very well done, not exactly masterwork, but very well done, carved with ruins inside, carved into it. Do you want the ruins to say anything specific?
I'll keep it in reserve till it matters.
That's fine. I'll allow it. But you have this. I mean, technically, you're already done. So.
Oh, there's where my dice went. It's in my pants for some strange reason. Don't ask why.
Anyway, but you do have the haft of the new haft of a soon-to-be battle axe or great axe, whichever one you want. The travel passes largely quiet and peaceful as the sun begins to sink down below the horizon. Are you looking for a place to stay, or are you just going to stay off the road?
Asking Boar, how much farther to the next town? Looking at your map, depending on where we are.
I'd say we're about halfway there.
Rest up today. Get there tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean we still have the tents, so
It's worth having a.
yeah.
I guess it's worth getting off the road for now.
Yeah, may as well try to let's find a decent place before we just hop off.
With some good coverage and whatnot.
Guys, did you hear that joke about John and Kelby going camping?
No.
It was fucking intense.
Oh God. And Jesse just shakes his head.
I did not need that.
So I'll
Yes.
keep an eye out for a good place that's like defensible.
Cicadas strangely begin to chirp on the few trees that are scattered every now and then, and the exhaustion of the long day travel begins to kind of drag at your limbs a bit, and you smell it. This thick, savory scent of cooking meat and vegetables mixed with the smoky smell of a campfire. The faint light flickers from just down the trail, in between some crags, about 50 feet ahead.
You want to go
I don't
for it, or do you want to
trust it.
send somebody out there first? I can make.
Maple.
You know what?
Ham?
You can make me invisible. I'll go check.
Just send the
well,
two cats.
We can send the flying cats.
I kind of want to go. Just out of character, I just want to fucking do something stealth-wise. If that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, we can send Zutrioth and the cats. They can get a bird's eye view, and he can get a ground side.
Okay. So you make Zutroth invisible.
I'll make him invisible.
Okay. Zutroth, I don't think you've ever been invisible before, have you?
Nope.
So as Boar plucks a few strings and the magic kind of drifts off and comes in contact with you, you feel a strange sensation, not unlike a egg has just broken on your head and is drifting down as the rest of you see him slowly fade from view.
Did we use the rocks any at all?
Nope, you haven't used them today.
Yeah, someone give him a rock.
Can't we pull
Pass
one
me the
out?
Pass me the rock.
I'm
Passes
taking
it
the free throw.
over.
Thank you. 17.
17. All right. So you make your way. You make your way through the kind of boulderish landscape, and finally you do come to a campfire. And you were outside the halls when they were poking into the different performances afterwards, right?
Yes, I was.
Okay,
outside.
so this is not familiar to you, but you do see a young male dwarf, thick, bushy beard, and kind of tuning a mandolin as he sits by the fire, just minding his own business. He doesn't move. He's still just checking his food to make sure it's cooking right, and messing with his mandolin a little bit.
Ooh, ooh. How long has he been gone? Ish.
Probably a few minutes at the most.
I would like to cast message.
Okay. What's the range on message?
120 feet.
Okay, that works.
So, I will pluck one of the strings very lightly and go, "Hey, this is Boar. How you doing? What you seeing? You can reply to this message."
So Zushrath, as you're like carefully watching, you hear Boar all of a sudden in your ear whispering something. You're like, but no one's there.
Fuck, I hear him in my head. He's not doing. It's a dwarven bard, but I'm just keeping an eye on him. Check back later.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I just
I'll relay
keeping
that.
an eye on him. I wait for anything.
I mean, a few minutes go by. Another few minutes go by. Nothing's really changed at this point. He's taken the meat off the fire and is kind of preparing it. Nothing untoward happening.
Doesn't play music or anything.
No, hasn't played his mandolin yet.
Is the coast clear? Can we come up?
Fucking relax, Scott.
You don't hear Kelby. All you hear is Boar say that.
No, I know. Fuck. Shut up.
Can I just move the cart up to near the campsite?
Yeah, you can't move the cart through the rocks. It'll have to stay close to the road. But you can move it kind of off the road and behind a rock, but it can't get very far into where the campfire is.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you all approach, and as you do, as he's kind of tuning his mandolin, he looks up, and is like, "Ah, are you travelers? Come on, come over. The fire's nice. We have food."
We?
Yes, we. As he gestures to all of you.
Ah, good point.
Kind of you.
We actually saw you play. You were quite good.
Oh, thank you. I haven't been to Silver Moon in quite a long time. It was nice to come back and visit.
Are you off to Felbar?
We'll see. I might stop by Sundabar first. Always nice to check up on some of the other dwarven holds. Truthfully, I'm a wandering bard looking for a new tale to sing about. Come, sit. I'll trade you plenty of food for a few good stories.
I can do that.
Indulge that, yeah.
Yeah, and we have had some things happen. I'm bored, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Zutra.
Pleasure.
Kelpie Ja Elwing.
I'm sitting as far away as possible because I don't like new people.
As you settle down and start to dig in, he strums his lute and starts singing the same dirge he was singing in the performance area. That same "Oh death," and continues with the rest of the song. And once again, you notice he knows the words and can hit the notes perfectly and knows the song by heart, but it doesn't seem like he quite understands the concept of death itself.
So, if I may, why is that your go-to ballad? If it is, anyway. I'm not sure.
Oh, it was a favorite of another traveling bard I once came across. Great storyteller, wonderful person. He taught it to me. It just seemed like a good song, I guess.
Does it
That's
resonate
strange.
with you at all? No emotional?
No, I just kind of like the tune.
That's fair enough. Do you have any particular outlook on death?
No, can't say that I do. I still got quite a few years to go. So death isn't exactly something that's ever on my mind.
Well, it definitely pays to be cautious.
I'll keep that in mind.
It's not, definitely not a light topic.
Huh.
I'd maybe look a bit more into the aspects of death that you might be missing. You might gain a new understanding of the song, and it might strike something that maybe would be inspirational for a bard to acquire.
Well, do you have a nice story about death? I'm always looking for a good story, and you've already partaken of half of our agreement. So come, tell your stories.
Well,
All right. If that's the end of your story, I need you to go ahead. Well, first off, what are your proficiencies, real quick?
insight, intimidation, sleight of hand, and stealth.
Go ahead and make a charisma check, and I'll say, since this was a very insightful story, go ahead and add your proficiency with your charisma check.
So that would be a 17.
17. Oh, well, I guess that's one way to look at it. And you've given me some stuff to think about, but I don't know if that's really the story I'm looking for.
I'm not saying
Anybody else got a good story?
So, what? So,
I'm gonna go keep watch by the horses, make sure nothing gets at them.
Nah, wait, where are you going?
Just a little bit that way.
No, sit, talk. I'm sure your horses will be fine.
Don't worry, I'll be back. I'm not going nowhere.
Kelpie goes with him.
Now, you've eaten of my food. I feel like I'm owed what we agreed upon.
And you will. When they're done, they can come, swap out, and we'll be back to tell our story. Look, we saw stuff on the road. I just want to make sure nothing was following us to get at our horses.
Make a persuasion check.
For what? I'm going to the horse, regardless.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
while he's
20, not natural.
20? Okay. Alright. As long as you're coming back.
I'm not leaving without them.
so, what kind of story is he looking for?
Ask him.
Ask him.
Oh, that's a good point. What kind of story are you looking for?
Oh, story of valor and cunning, or mystery, or a little bit of mischief. Something I can really sell to people, and maybe write a good song about. Something that'll really get people's attentions.
Do I sense anything familiar about him?
The DM smiled, which means
I know.
Never play poker, bud.
I know.
10 years ago, he was your butt buddy.
Make a nature check.
Nature check, you say?
He's a rock!
He's the rock.
That's John Cena, but okay.
Fuck you.
18.
18. There is something about his nature that is vaguely familiar. You don't know him personally, but he seems to have traits that are vaguely familiar to your countenance.
So, being a dwarf, am I going to know? So, he's into treasure, which is, we're dwarves, so welcome to being a dwarf. Is there anything that I might be able to notice about him that is different than other dwarves? Since I mean, I'm pretty different myself. Is there anything that I might notice while I'm listening to John telling this story?
Dwarves, actually, I would say make an insight check.
Okay. 15?
15? All right. Dwarves, like many races, prefer the company of their own. It's just kind of it's familiar to them.
Very true. We are the best.
This dwarf has shown you no more attention than he is giving the rest of everyone else.
I'll be right back.
So I'll come back up to the fire, I guess, around the time that Ja is finishing his story.
Where's your friend?
She actually just received word. She's a bit of a spellcaster. We need to get going, everybody. We got some urgent business. The urgent business that we were supposed to be taking care of has been bumped up and escalated. We need to power on through the night. I'll take out a couple, like 4 or 5 gold coins and toss them at the dwarf and say, "We apologize if we can't give stories."
This is what we agreed upon, was it not?
We did give you stories. I'm afraid we haven't.
I'm sorry.
I need more.
Step down.
I'm sorry, but we have to go.
Adventurers, aren't you?
We are.
I'm gonna
And we must
grab my hammer as slowly as I can.
Okay. You have countless tales to tell. I need them.
I need those stories. And at this point, you see the fire has gone from its regular orange and yellow to bright green and is slowly growing.
Guys,
I'm
this isn't a dwarf.
I'm pulling out the great sword, saying Shruhan.
Every dragon needs its horde.
I knew
Help me!
Fucking knew it.
As you see a bright light shine from him and grow into a large copper dragon.
Fucking called it.
Fuck! Kelpie P bastard!
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh no!
God, I hope I go first, please.
Oh no, that's actually not bad.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh wait, no,
We
that's
have
right.
to
We're
roll
gonna do it anyway.
All right, initiative has been rolled.
Oh, I need to do that. Hold on.
2 seconds. I didn't quite have this map set up when we started because I didn't know we were going to get to this. I didn't know what y'all were going to do in Silvery Moon, so I was just like, yeah, I'll kind of have this set up just in case.
It's okay, we got time.
Fuck.
I love Mythic Rock's comment on Twitch.
Well, what do you say?
You don't have stories of your own, boring ass dragon? Get a life! We have somewhere to be! Well, yeah, with rage and the.
Yeah. So, what's your first weapon attack?
It is
Oh,
16 or 26.
26. I was going to say 6.
Yeah.
26 hits.
Okay. 7.
That does not hit.
Oh, sorry. That last slashing is 15. I forgot to add my rage damage.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. As you run up and as just rake across its scales, it's still on the younger side of the draconic age. So its scales aren't as hardy as some of the older dragons. So you are able to penetrate a little bit. It's like, and as you swing again, it just kind of knocks it aside with its claws.
How's this for a tale to tell?
Okay, its turn. Is like, you dare, and he like breathes in, and you see this cloud of gas. I believe this should hit. Yep, that will hit all of you. So I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Not Kelpie.
Yay!
Not Kelpie.
Everyone within
30 feet. So it's everyone but Kelpie.
And what is it?
no, hold on.
Yeah, we're good.
No, he's got the thing for saves.
Constitution.
14.
Hold
No.
on.
I think. Oh, never mind.
I know what he's looking up.
Why am I not able to find or protection? Thank fuck. Anyone within 10 feet of me gets a +2 bonus.
So yeah, you all get it.
Okay, and you said it was
So-
Constitution?
Constitution.
So what do I add to that thing? I don't
Constitution
Uh,
+2.
remember. Okay.
Your saving throws are up in a little box in
Yeah,
the
yeah. All right.
That's
That's
a
cool.
14 for me.
14. Succeed.
So
18.
if you're
Succeed.
9.
so
Fail.
6.
Fail.
No.
Zircon, what's your question?
if you're proficient, what does that mean? Like if
You
you're
have your
proficient
proficiency.
in
Like it already does the math for you, so in that
Yeah.
little box of saving
Oh,
throws,
okay.
it already just add what it tells you.
27.
+2 in this case as well because
Yeah, and then plus another 2.
It's 27.
So Lun and Jar are the only failures. Everyone else succeeds. Your speed is halved. You can only take one attack, and you can only either take an attack or a bonus action on your turn, not both.
I guess I'll use extra attack. Not extra attack. Action surge. Sorry,
Action, sure. Okay.
action surge. I don't know about dragons. That's why I was gonna ask, but
Okay, go for
I
it.
don't want to. So I will also be doing Great Weapon Master, which I'll only be adding. I think it's 5.
You subtract 5 from your roll,
Okay,
and then
so I'll be
add
adding
10 if it hits.
Yes. 25, 26, 27, 28. Plus 30. Because
Where'd the 30 come from? Oh, right.
plus 10.
Right.
And
Okay,
then
so...
the cold damage is 4d6 because it's 2 regular d6 and then double for the crit. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 14 cold damage.
How dare you impersonate a dwarf? This is what a real dwarf is.
On your turn, when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points, you can make one weapon melee action as a bonus action, which I'll do as well.
You don't need to.
Are you serious?
Just walk up and bitch slap a dragon
Yeah.
to death?
Aw.
Yeah, he did a lot of damage.
He did like, what is that, 70? No.
It's a dragon.
It was at like 24,
It was a young
25, and
dragon.
it went to
Dragon.
like 90 something.
Yeah, you just did, holy crap, how much damage did you do?
25.
You said 28 plus 30?
That's
Which is
58.
50,
And
58.
then 14, the 72 damage, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no way dragons got less than 100 health.
Just
It
don't
did,
kill it.
or took it down.
No, just bring-
Can I break it in and just do a little less?
Knock
You
it
can
out.
do it non-lethally.
yeah, do that.
Sure. Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, so, you...
Sorry, guys, I didn't know. My apologies.
You cut into it, and finally, like, you're just hacking away at it. You miss one time, but it's not doesn't even phase you. You just bring it back around, and finally you see its head come down as all these gashes in it, and you just like kind of notice it's doing a little bit. It's doing really bad. Like you didn't expect it to go down this easily. You kind of flip it to the blunt side of your axe and just wham on the
He's
head.
got a hammer.
Yeah, hammer.
Oh, sorry, hammer. Sorry. As you're just breaking bone and bashing into it, and it comes down, you kind of like you're really surprised that it was this easy to take down a dragon, but you kind of just flip your hammer and like not full swing, just almost tapping it for you as it goes down. It is now unconscious at 0 hit points, but it does not have to make death saving throws. But it is unconscious.
Are we out of combat?
Guys.
Yeah, you're out of combat.
Am I still slowed?
You are still slow. It lasts for a minute, but you can now make another saving throw since we are technically out of combat.
What am I rolling?
Constitution.
Constitution.
Plus 2.
Oh,
Rolling for con.
I did the same thing, don't I?
And remember to add your +2 from me.
Fuck.
18.
18.
19.
That's a success. That's a success.
I run up to the dragon.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of back away from it.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
So yeah, you lay on hands, and all of you kind of back away just a tad as he lays on hands, and as soon as the magic fades, you just see one scaly eye pop open. He doesn't tense or anything. He just kind of looks around and slowly raises his head, and you see another flash before you see the dwarf form is now returned.
Oh.
As he kind of just cradles, you see now like deep lacerations as one of his arms is not bending properly. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was being cruel.
You were being very cruel.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
You're very far from your home.
I didn't mean to. I would never have kept you. Yes, I am far. I've just recently left the nest and thought I'd see the world before I found a nest of my own. I need stories. That's what copper dragons do.
I know you're kind, and I know that you crave stories and entertainment. Perhaps there is something that you can give us for sparing your life?
Oh, look at John.
I would love to hear more stories from you in the future, but I understand I have wronged you, and if you never want to see me again, that is okay. As for recompense, I would gladly give. And he pulls from his bag his mandolin and sets it on the ground. And this is an instrument of the Bards. It was given to me by my father. I hope it serves you well.
I refuse to take it. You play that instrument too beautifully.
Oh.
It would.
And your song.
Please, I insist.
Perhaps another item?
I have my
It's all I
instrument.
have.
How's about a trophy from you? Something that you would be willing to partake?
Of what sort?
Your scales? Only a few.
Look at crafty little bastard here.
If you really do not want, this is a powerful artifact.
Or
It has its own innate magic. But if that is not...
Can I walk over, cast detect magic, and just see if I can see what it might be about?
Yeah, you do so. And it is... You notice a lot of similarities between this instrument and your own.
I kind of really want it.
I mean, ask if you can have both. I'm standing over the hammer. I pretty much just accidentally one-shot a dragon. My apologies again.
hold on, I'm looking something up real quick. Yeah, okay. Boar, do you want this or not?
I must admit, I am very intrigued, but you also seem to have a desire of your own. And I have myself an instrument, as much as I would really like this. I'm gonna leave this one up to you. Is
I
there
do
any
think
chance
it
you'd
would-
be willing to part with a few scales and your instrument?
Make a persuasion check at advantage. Sorry.
I was about to say, I'll stand next to him, look super intimidating. For advantage.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Oh, thank God! That's not much. It's a 14.
14.
It was a natural 1.
You're welcome.
Scales are very precious to a dragon, but I have wronged you dearly. How much would you require of me? I believe I can provide that. As you see him glow and shift once more into the still heavily wounded dragon, you see him extend a claw and pluck out about 10 pounds worth of scales.
Kelby, if you can hold on to this, please.
What is she holding on to?
The
Oh, the
scales.
scales? Oh,
Yeah.
put it in the bag, you'll lose them. Can she, like, rub his nose?
Yeah.
Not
as he
Jaws.
He kind of leans into it. I do apologize. And you hear this time in your head, I do apologize.
I heal him for
More.
15 more, just to.
Okay. As
make
you
sure
see
he is
some of
stable.
some of the wounds stitched together and a bone crack as it sets in place.
Sorry about the hammering.
No,
Okay.
it's
Brooklyn like got into
It-
a fight with my door and lost or something. I don't know.
Can I speak in Draconic to him?
yeah, you can.
Yay, I can understand this.
Can you really?
Can you?
Yes, I actually can.
When?
So is this a headphone taking off headphones moment because people are speaking Draconic?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say anyone who can't speak Draconic, go ahead and take off your headphones.
Wait, when
Yes.
did you learn Draconic, though?
When I was part of my lore is when I was with my dad, I ran into dragons in our old house. And I picked up the language.
Yeah, it's in his backstory.
Right, but that would have taken years?
Or I mean, Zorkon's a bit older than you think.
No, that's not what I was going for. Never mind. Continue.
Okay. So
How
he's
many
like,
other dragons are there around here? Because a couple days ago I spotted one similar to you up in the sky.
that might have been me.
That's what I thought.
Was it over the moors?
Yes, I believe so.
I was looking for travelers to maybe learn stories.
Well, if you flew down, then I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have killed you. We would have been much nicer.
I'm sorry. I am new to this interaction business.
Indeed. Once you leave the nest, the whole world seems like yours because you are a mighty dragon, but believe me, you need to be more careful in the future.
Thank you. And I will say, I'm not the only one out and about. It seems
there
the
any-
dragons are a little stirred. My father told me about it before I left the nest. Something about the ordning of the giants shattering.
Giants?
Shattering.
Hmm.
Something to do with their hierarchy, I think. I think a king or something is missing.
Interesting.
And do you believe dragons...
Dragons and giants have been at war since the very early days of creation.
Hmm.
If something's going on with the giants, the dragons, some of the more schemeful and untrustworthy dragons might either have a hand in it or looking to use it for their own desires.
Word of
Rugged
advice
dwarf.
for you, friend. While impersonating a dwarf, try to be friendly around dwarves. We kind of like to be around each other a lot. Kind of keep your secret a little better.
I'll keep that in mind.
No problem.
For the,
Again,
for the future, my true name is Zimadrath. If you ever need me, and I'm able to give aid, I believe some of you have proficient enough magic that I can be called upon.
We will keep you in mind. My full draconic name is Jarko Sargus Dolgan-kun.
I learned something new about you today.
A great honor.
Indeed.
Would he know
But you know what?
who Ja is?
He seems to have a glimmer of recognition, but he can't quite place it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you hail from the islands to the far west.
That is correct.
I remember a story or two about the exodus of some of your people.
Yes.
I am sorry.
Thank you.
If memory serves, there might still be a group to the north.
I rolled
How
in that
far?
20. Do I know Draconic yet?
Before the mountains, near the base of them. Some of the townsteads there, I believe, is where they migrated to.
I will keep that in mind. I'm going to start
Well-
speaking in common now.
If there is nothing else to be said, I wish you all that you sleep well, and I shall leave you to your own devices until the time of our next meeting. As he starts and takes off into the night.
I'll tell
gonna
you a
yell.
story next time.
I'll yell up to him, "Hey, tell stories about me!"
Rubbing salt in the wounds.
I'm sorry. Didn't know.
While I'm
And
thinking about it.
I got the mandolin, right?
Yeah, I'm about to add it to your inventory.
Someone should probably check to make sure Rory didn't have a panic attack.
Oh, I heard it was a dragon.
I mean, Kelpie was with him the whole time.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. As soon as he saw the dragon over the rocks, Rory about fainted. Actually, he did faint.
I was gonna say fainting horse.
That was said in English, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Common. What was that?
With the thing that he bestowed upon me?
Did he just bestow something upon you? What the fuck happened?
We acquired a new instrument for boar, and I acquired dragon scales.
What was that whole draconic fuffle?
Words of wisdom. He also pointed me towards some of my kin who are a little bit up north.
Huh.
Do I need to roll anything to attune, or is it just a thing that happens?
It's just a thing that happens over your shift.
Okay.
So, have you already looked at it?
I will have questions after the stream.
It's good, right?
It's interesting.
I guess I'll take second watch.
Okay. So Boar's first watch, Zorkon second watch. Who's the others? Because there's 4.
First
I'll take
watch.
third.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
boring.
so no, sorry, 3. 3 watches. So Boar and Lun, Zorkon, and who for second?
I mean,
I'll
it can
take
just be. Oh, yeah. But it can just be me if everyone else wants to take a nap for a second.
Okay. Okay, well, so for
I'll
first
take
watch, I either need both of you to roll perception or one of you to roll with advantage. So the first part of the night passes without any more action. It's fairly quiet. You do hear what seem to be animal calls off in the distance, but nothing close. So the first watch ends without complaint.
As Zorkon's waking up and we're going to bed, does he hear these calls as well? Or
Yeah.
Okay, I'm making sure because I want to say I relay the information to him of that or whatnot.
Keep my eyes open. I'm also
Still
proficient in it.
Still fairly quiet. You do think you hear rocks falling not too far away, but it doesn't repeat itself. So it's like, oh, it's just a loose rock.
Doesn't
Okay.
seem...
So go ahead and make your last perception check.
Yep, I got a nat 20.
Hey!
Yeah.
So as the sky starts to turn a little bit of a blue tint from the morning just about to break, you notice that there is definitely a presence among the rocks.
Do I sense like what kind of presence? Like what?
I mean,
what am I sensing?
you see flashes of humanoid movement every now and then, trying to being very stealthy, but you're just lucky enough to catch it out of the corner of your eye, and realize you're probably not alone.
I silently wake everyone up. Up and at 'em.
Don't sleep.
I think
Okay.
we have company.
As a note, you have not completed your long rest yet.
None of us have.
You haven't completed. Yeah, none of you have completed a long rest yet. You have not taken a point of exhaustion yet because it's not that time. So because it's not completed either. But none of you have regained any of what you would gain from a long rest.
So
Anything you would have regained from a short rest, you can have, but not a long rest.
I don't know, like
My hand is on my gun.
yoink. Fucking.
I'm gonna.
So
start-
as this is all going on, you hear a voice around you echoing off the rocks. I have to commend you on your bravery. Not many people can take on a dragon.
I knew it!
Huh? So wait a minute. The
I
bard.
knew it!
And not only that, you've gained not only one instrument of the bards, but now two, despite one of them seeming to be a bastardization of them. And as he says this, you see him walk out from behind a rock, flute in hand.
Uh-huh.
Battle flute.
Now, I realize you think you're all very brave and very strong, but I would very much appreciate it if you would hand over those artifacts without too much of a scuffle.
Yeah, that ain't.
Brave words coming from a man lurking in the stones.
Yes, well, we all have our strengths.
Yeah, mine was punching a dragon so hard in the face. You think I'm gonna do any less to you?
Ours is numbers as well. So,
Don't
recommend-
be
do
too
I-
sure about his numbers.
Do I hear or notice anything else nearby?
Make a perception check.
Because he seems really fucking cocky. God, I wasted that nat 20. It's a 13.
13. You do notice there's a bit of movement in the rocks.
I would like to move cautiously towards Eluine.
As you do so, he's like, Now, I think we can all agree that this is going to end bloody one way or another if you don't comply.
Mm-hmm.
The only question is, do you really know my abilities well enough to take the chance that
What
I
group are
will
you
be the
with?
one bloody by the end of this?
What group
Okay,
are you
hold-
with?
First off, I will say, you don't know me very well. I'm going to run up to Eluine, strumming the new mandolin, and cast invisibility on him.
Okay. Very well. And as he does, he snaps his fingers, and as he does so, he unveils below him a bloody circle of inscribed runes. And what you didn't realize was he was using minor illusion, and you see blood dripping down his hand as he has drawn this circle. Come forth, Zegarach. And you see this line in the air, of this line of red, trail up and down, and then cracks break out from it, and you see a hand push through from some other plane and grab the earth. Scaled and red fur, as a head pulls through the opening, and you just see this gorilla-like face with tusk.
Zutrioth, you're up! Zutrioth, you're up!
I'm up.
And that's what we'll pick up next time.
Ah, you
Yeah.
Oh.
I did ask what group he was beforehand, but never mind. I never mind. Question number
So, to everyone watching, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you have enjoyed our adventures, and we'll tune in next time.